Howdy, Possum Patty here. And I have a different kitty here today. Stinky. Stinky. This is Stinky Winky Woos. Say hi, Stink. Hi. That's my fat cat. Today I am doing Thrifty Thursday, which is an open collab hosted by Sherry at Turquoise Dreaming. And I have two items, but I'm going to talk about them and review them. So it'll take me a few minutes to get it all done. The first one is I bought some cutting pads for my Sizzix Big Shot machine. And that I have, let's see, I have this one here at the end. I have that Big Shot right there, the gray and white one. And I didn't know they were discontinuing it. Did you know they were discontinuing the Big Shot? I didn't know that. Well, anyway, hold on one second. Well, I guess the Big Shot machines have been around for quite a few years. 10 years? I don't know. I'm kind of new to it. I was never a card maker, so I didn't know much about the Big Shot and die cutting. And I'm like, why do I need a die cutter? I really don't need a die cutter. And then I found out that I needed a die cutter after I bought it because it does wonderful things that you just can't cut by hand. So anyway, so I have my Big Shot and I've done a lot of videos cranking it up, you know, and playing with it when I first bought it. And I've been making die cuts. I probably don't use it as much as I should. And I ran over to the machine to get the plates on the machine. Okay, my question was, how long do you use the plates before you should replace them? So I Googled that, and the answer was 3 to 6 months. You should replace the plates every 3 to 6 months, depending on use. Well, as you can see, I use this quite a bit. And they're really etched. Look at that. Okay, well, these are the original plates that I got with the machine, and I'm looking at it. So it was February 2021. 2021, okay. So 10 months in 2021 and 10 months in 2022. 20 months. 20 months I have been using these. I do have several dies, and Dolores J. Rush just sent me my favorite die from the Dollar Tree, which I love, love, love. But if your plates look like this and you're running it through the machine, the back of your die cut, the finished die cut when it comes out, is all imprinted with the pattern that's on the plates, okay? Does that happen to you? How long do you have your plates before you change them? And do they look like this? And should I keep using them? Well, I went and ordered a set, okay, for $8.99. Okay, $8.99. And yeah, I think it's a pretty good price. It seems to me like they were a little bit more expensive the first time I looked at them. So I got 2 plates for $8.99. I just ordered it off of Amazon. But now that it's being discontinued, should I go ahead and get another set? How long are these going to be available? Are they going to run out of them? They're going to be discontinued? Oh. Now, everybody, don't rush out and buy some because I need to buy some more. No, go ahead. Just kidding. But I'm just letting you know because I just found this out. I didn't know it. And I ordered these plates because, like I said, 20 months. They're looking pretty sad. I figured I better buy a new set. And then I found out that it's being discontinued. So I don't know if this is a review, a warning. I mean, all your dies are still going to work in the big shot. Maybe you'll be able to get these aftermarket. Somebody might make these aftermarket, maybe another company. Because there's got to be a lot of these big shot machines out there, even though they've been discontinued. All right, so that's my first product. My first bargain, I think $8.99 was a good price. But I think I'm going to go ahead and order another set because it might be hard to get after a while. Of course, if I use them for almost 2 years, I'm going to save these just in case. My goodness, I might have to wash these off and put them in stock because what if they run out? I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going here. I went to Hobby Lobby. And they never have the dies, in the clearance section when I go. I mean, like never are the dies in the clearance section when I go there. So Mr. Possum actually wanted to return something that he bought to the Hobby Lobby. And I was like, okay, let's go. And I ran over to the clearance section. And there were some dies. There was like 3 or 4 different ones. And I was looking at them. I grabbed them all. I'm like, should I buy all of these because they're on clearance? And I'm like, nah, because there really weren't ones I would have used. They're more like for cards. They were kind of like rectangle things. I don't know. And I'm like, well, maybe I will get one because this one was actually on my wish list. And this one is Brushstroke Flowers number 3. And they didn't have number 1 or number 2. This was the only one they had when I went there anyway. And I always like these because it looks more like a painting than the other dies. Wait, stand by. I'm not really organized with my die cutting tools yet. But I had made this folder. And I used these magnetic strips that I had. And as you can see, these are just large, plain flowers. And I've had a lot of fun with these. I've cut material with them, painty papers, different things like that. And then, of course, you stack them with the different sizes. And then you put something nice in the middle, and it comes out nice. And it works good on things like material that you can't do like a little intricate cut with. And the leaves are very simple. But again, if you're using fancy paper, fancy material, things like that, you can make some interesting dies. And then I think that was like one of the first things I had bought. And then I have these Sizzix, which are, more intricate. Let's see if I can get them out without spilling them everywhere. Okay, here we go. So I got this one because I love the little cone flower and the little mushrooms. So these flowers have a little more detail to them. They're a little bit more intricate. Like this one here. The leaves, you can see the veins in the leaves. They have more detail too. So that was, came after those really simple ones. And then these I had gotten with one of my, sponsored review products. And, oops, I got it all taped on here. But this is a stamp, and it has a set of die cuts. I got it all taped down there. That goes with it. So that was my first foray into stamping and die cutting together. But I think I'm dropping pieces. Stand by. Stinky's back. She's got a very loud purr. So this one, as you can see, is a lot different than the other ones. So I thought I would give this one a go. Okay, this one, regular price, I'm looking, what did I do with the envelope? Let me get the envelope here. $19.99 on clearance for $4.99. So from $19.99 to $4.99. So for $4.99, I thought I would have some fun with this. Now I'm thinking that, you know, if you do it in pastels, they could be spring flowers. If you do them reds and pinks and whites like poinsettias, that can be Christmas flowers. Or you can use autumnal hues and make them fall flowers. So I'm figuring it doesn't matter what season it is, you can adapt your papers, you know, to go with whatever you're doing. But then I'm thinking, do I want to use pattern papers on this? Or all solid? I know with the solid colors it looks more like painting, but I don't know. So I'm gonna take these dies over to the die cutting machine and I'm gonna cut out a bunch of different kinds of papers and then come back and show you how easy or difficult, whichever one happens, I haven't done it yet, it is to put these flowers together. See my new mat, Gather Here with Grateful Hearts, nice and clean and ready for a new month of play. I did spend a few minutes today. I took everything off the desk and I washed the desk and I dusted the windowsill and all the stuff that's out on the windowsill. I reorganized a few things on the desk and I put everything back on the desk, so there is just as many things on the desk as there was the beginning of the day, but it's much cleaner. It's still totally chock full of things within reach. I kind of like that, but it is cleaner. The table's cleaner. I got my new mat out. Anyway, if you're new to getting Sizzix Thinlits or any Sizzix dies, these come in the Thinlits. These nice little plastic pouches, so you can keep the dies in here and close it up and you're good to go. This one has 5 dies and then you can keep this in your pouch like this and then slip your dies into here and close it up and toss it into the drawer. That's what I do. So there's 5 dies. So I was wondering about this because see how they use different colors? Now this looks like probably all the pieces you need to make this. So if you want it in different colors, like 1, 2, 3, you're going to have to run this through 4 times and you're going to get 4 of everything. But then I guess you can mix it up. Right, mix and match all the different things. And the same thing for the other flower down here. All the pieces for that flower are all together on one piece. And then the leaves are separate and then the little branch, like that. So these are separate, but the flower parts are all. Now I kind of like it because it's so hard keeping track of all the little pieces. But like I said, I'm probably going to wind up with lots of little extra pieces. I guess I'll just put them in a baggie and, you know, when I want to make some flowers, I'll just pull them out and mix and match them. So I'm going to go over and run this through a bunch of different kinds of paper and come back. Okay, I threw everything into this little tray because now I'm so clean and organized, right? I've got my 5 pieces here. I don't want to lose them. Maybe I should put them back in here for right now. So I guess they're not going to make these dies anymore either. So maybe they'll all go on clearance at the Hobby Lobby if there's any you're looking for. I guess they have a new company now that they're going to use. All right, let's see. Let me grab something. Let me grab this. and some flowers here, and glue stick. And I grabbed a pack of scraps, and they were all Christmas scraps. I'd like to do autumn, but I'm on my last page of my autumn journal, and I'm going into my Halloween, and I don't have a lot of Halloween scraps, so maybe I'll wait a couple of days. Once I get going on Halloween, then I can have some Halloween scraps. Okay, you gotta save all these little pieces because they go on top, so I have to figure this out. So I'm doing this with patterns because it's obvious. You can see how it looks right here with the plain paper. It looks beautiful like a painting. But what if you have all these, you know, pattern papers left over from your projects? What are you going to do with them? I use them for die cutting and different things like that. Okay, let's see. Oh, I made 6. Oh no, wow, I made 7. I was going to make 5 and I made 7. Alright, so we'll see how this goes. You know, I'm thinking like something like this, it may not even look like a flower. You know, well, maybe it will. Because it, well, where's the centerpiece now? So it's going to have a centerpiece. And it does have like a little embossing line in there. So I think that's where you glue the pieces. So that's handy. So I like that feature. It leaves a little line where you have to glue these onto there. Here's the leaf. And just for funsies, I did a, where is it now? Mamma mia. I did a Dollar Tree one. I don't see it. Where'd it go? Alright, when I find it, I'll show it to you. So I thought maybe I can put some lighter pieces, like on these darker ones, like that. And maybe with these pieces filled in, it'll look okay. Okay, this is like a puzzle. This is like a puzzle. This has to go on here. Trying to figure it out is not too hard. Here's another one of those leaves. I like the way the leaves came out. This just looks like it's going the wrong way. Alright, I'm looking for something that's got to go there. And is this it? Yeah, that's it right there. Now, does that look like a flower? All right, let me glue this one to get, well, thing is, I don't want to glue them together until I've got them all laid out the way I wanted to. And this probably needs a solid background. Well, I didn't like that first one I was working on, so I started with the white on the background. And I put the 2 leaves and that branch of berries. And I think it needs more definition. I just noticed on here they did just stress around the edge. And because it's plain, it might look more like a flower than this one. I mean, it kind of looks like a flower. It kind of looks like a flower. I gotta glue my hands. But do I want to play with it a little bit? Oh, I'm not worried about ruining it at all. Let's see. I put my pens in the little organizer here. I don't have red. Let me see if I can find red. I'm gonna doodle on this. I'm going to start with the leaves, and these are Jelly Roll Metallic. And not a lot, just I'm just going to play here. The way the light's reflecting, it's hard to see the metallic here. I have to kind of shine it in the light a little bit. This is a dark red. Can I make berries on here? I'm just making round circles. Am I still in frame? That's the one thing about when you zoom in, you get out of frame so easily. So I think I need to play with these a lot. I'm going to try them with some, not now, not today. Don't worry, not today. Yeah, I'm going to try these with some plain colors. I'm going to try mixing up some plain with some patterns instead of all patterns like I did here. I don't know, it's at night, it's very dark, it's hard for me to see this. I might have to do this during the day. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Spinning around. Okay, just a couple minutes more. Just a couple minutes more. I'm going to imagine, I'm going to imagine that this is a petal here, like that. Okay. And I'm just going to do loose, wiggly lines around the edge. Oh, I should have took a picture before I did it, right? And then I can do like, you know, like a before and an after. See which one I like the best. But these jelly rolls have been sitting around for quite a while. So, might as well use it. So I did switch some things around on the table. The little 3-drawer thing that I got at, I think at the flea market. I had my dies in it. And I put my dies in the big organizer over there, and little trays like this. And I put, whoops, and I put my pens in that. Mamma mia, let's see. I think this is a petal here. I'm going to make this one petal this way. And one petal this way. And one petal that way. And one petal this way. Now I'm just playing. Having fun. This might be fun to do if I had used solid colors. Is to, oh, even if I had punched this out with watercolor paper, and painted it. And I could paint all the little pieces separate and then put them together. So it's watercolor but gives it like a three-dimensional feel. That could be an experiment. So I think I can have some fun with this. Maybe not as they were intended to be used, but, you know, people like to experiment with things. You know, you can just use it the way they tell you to use it. Some people might look at this and do it exactly that way, and that's fine. Some people might do a lot of experimenting, like I'm experimenting with these patterns. I like to see how this one comes out. So, well, I kind of like this. I kind of like this. Do I have a darker color? The black. This is my glazed pen. I'm going to put some black dots on the stamens. Bigger black dots on the stamens. I think there's a little glue on there. I know. I can just keep going forever and ever here. Got something on my pen. There we go. Clogging it up with some glue. I'm going to put a little black line underneath these little berries. I can't see that green. It's making me crazy. Okay. See, there must be a big glob of glue there because it won't write over there. And this writes on anything but wet glue. I get this dark red. That was silly. I'm having a hard time writing over here. All right, so I'm going to have to quit because the glue is clogging up everything. You'll be happy to hear I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit. Well, it sort of looks like a flower. I'm going to try watercolor paper. I'm going to try solid. I'm going to try more patterns. I'm just going to keep playing with it until, you know, until I get something I like. This one's sparkly. So thanks for coming along again for Thrifty Thursday. And I did get this for $4.99, regular $19.99, clearance at Hobby Lobby. And I got new plates for my Big Shot for $8.99. And if you have a Big Shot, just comment below. Did you know they were discontinuing them? Or you're not going to buy new plates, just buy the new product when it comes out. Just, you know, give me some thoughts on whether I should buy new plates or not bother. I really don't want to buy another machine. They're expensive. So thanks for coming along today. And don't forget to check out Sherry at Turquoise Streaming. Bye-bye. I found my Dollar Tree. I found my Dollar Tree dies. Isn't that cute? I love this. You can have a lot of fun with a die that costs $1.25. Bye-bye again.